Hi guys, it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be yet another TikTok video for you guys. I guess I'm normally also, sorry, it's going to be angled down, but that's because I want you to see the New York City view. Let's turn my... Today's video is going to be another TikTok video for you guys. Actually, I guess it's pretty good that I'm sitting over here because I want to be able to play the TikToks. These are scary TikToks, which if you know me, you know I hate ghosts. I hate anything that has to do with that. But I do know you guys like it, and it's spooky season. We're getting into it, and we're gonna talk about some of the theories behind them, but these are some TikToks that you should not watch alone. I'm alone right now, so. But first, I wanna thank Beis for sponsoring today's video, which I am so excited about. Beis is a luggage and bag company that was created by none other than Shay Mitchell. This was very exciting for me because if you know me, you know I absolutely love Pretty Little Liars. Like, with my whole heart. So Beis helps you travel effortlessly while still looking fashionable as hell, because this bag is so cute. This is the Weekender. I got it in these beautiful beige color, which I'm obsessed with. I love neutrals. I feel like everyone's kind of on this wave, as well as the carry-on suitcase. And they match perfectly, obviously, but they like look so cool. I feel so cute and confident walking through the airport, which may sound like weird, but I honestly, before this, have been carrying the same fucking backpack. I've had it since high school, and I'm 24 years old, so that can't do. And I think what's the best about this specific bag is I love how much pockets it has, so much storage, but also this whole underneath compartment is zippered, so there is like a whole storage unit underneath, which I love because I'm so bad with organizing my stuff when I go on vacation, so this has been super helpful. Beis has seriously thought of everything you need. They have little bags that's a dirt bag for your dirty laundry, which I'm obsessed with. The suitcase wheels are 360-degree gliding wheels, which make it so easy and simple to wheel around the airport, which is very important for me because honestly, usually in the airport, I'm struggling. Their luggage comes in multiple different sizes and colors, and like I said, this Weekender bag is great because of the separate storage. You can even, like, if you're just going on a short trip, you can put your shoes in this compartment just to keep everything clean and together and organized, which I love. Beis' suitcase also has a weight indicator so that you can know if your luggage is overweight, which is so freaking helpful for me because I tend to overpack. And I also have locks, which is really great. If you don't want TSA to go through your stuff, that's pretty awesome. So right now, Beis is offering my listeners 15% off their first purchase by visiting beistravel.com/Platti. So definitely go check them out. I love Shay Mitchell, so I was like I said, I was very excited about this, but also their luggage is genuinely cute. And it's something I've wanted to try, so I'm so happy. Can't wait to get more, so thank you again to Beis for sponsoring this video. Like I said, not the ghost TikToks already starting. That was locked, so that's concerning. Again, to go to beistravel.com/Platti to get 15% off your first purchase. That's BEIS travel.com/Platti. But without further ado, let's start watching some terrifying TikToks. Honestly, I did the research for this video kind of a while ago, so I have no idea what's in these TikToks. I know they're all ghosty and scary, so this one, terrifying.
Do you want to see the greatest ghost pictures of all time? Okay, but no, really. My husband's cousin was in New Orleans a couple years ago, and they were doing a historical tour and stopped in front of Madame Lalaurie. Google her if you want to. You'll be down a rabbit hole. She was a despicable human being who tortured her slaves. Moving on. So the tour guide was like, take pictures because iPhones tend to pick up orbs, and everybody thought, why not? So the tour ends, right? And my husband's cousin is like going through the photos she took, and she's like, she was terrified. She shows the tour guide, and the tour guide's like, these are some of the best photos I've ever seen taken in New Orleans. Okay, you ready? Here's the first photo. Nothing to see here. Outside of Madame Lalaurie's house, nothing happening. Oh, also disclaimer, no one walked by this entire area while everyone was taking photos. That's important. The second photo. Honestly, to me, it looks like somebody in Victorian garb, possibly wearing like what looks to be a Mary Jane or one of those old shoes. But this picture gives me the heebie-jeebies. I mean, looks like somebody that just waltzed off the Titanic. I mean, I see like her hair in one of those creepy hats, and
I just got chills. There's just no way. There's just no way. If you guys know me, you know I'm like very afraid of ghosty things, And that's because I'm scared to admit that I believe in it or say that I don't, because like I don't want them to haunt me. Like I've never personally experienced anything and I'm not really trying to. However, this particular situation, like that's just so undeniable to me. Obviously you could say this person's lying, whatever, but just say it's true. Say your friend is showing you this and it's a genuine, you know it's true situation. That's crazy. But I wanted to talk about something that someone commented on this video that is a very interesting theory. Stargirl with the Library wrote, I've always had a theory that they aren't actually ghosts, it's just bits and pieces of the past that are quantum entangling with the present. And I think that this is such an interesting conspiracy theory because time is linear and everyone always talks about how time doesn't really exist, which is true because it's a man-made construct, but there's a lot of theories to back up the fact that time is also ever present in the sense of like everything is kind of happening at the same time, which is really scary and weird to think about. There's also like parallel universes, whatever people want to talk about. I think that the concept of time is just something that we'll never be able to fully wrap our heads around, and I feel like that is why I find it to be so damn interesting. Because like, what if that isn't a ghost? What if it's just like kind of like a flash into the past, but kind of showing us that the past is actually happening in the present? Because time, like I said, is all one thing. Does that make sense? Does like what I'm saying make sense? I don't know. But I have found this to be a really interesting theory because I feel like people have talked about it for years and so much detail about how they believe that everything is existing on the same time plane and like how the past and how time is measured by years. It's like not real in the sense of like past, present, and future are all happening at the same time. Like they coexist. It's a very trippy theory and it's very confusing, but I kind of think it makes sense. And I'm just gonna stand by that ghosts are from that and not ghosts because I'm scared. Although that kind of scares me more, I don't know. But what do you guys think of the situation? Do you think it's real? If you've been to New Orleans, have you been on a ghost tour? Because I went to New Orleans once, it was very brief and I didn't even see any of the city. It was because I was driving from Florida to Los Angeles when I was moving. Still just like felt like New Orleans had like a very haunted vibe, but I never got to explore the city, so I'm really curious if you have. What did you say? Did you see any ghosts? Like I wanna know. I wanna know your personal ghost stories. I've debated. Hollywood is such like an old-timey vibe. Obviously there's a lot of, you know, celebrities who have famously like died there, and a lot of people think that a bunch of different things are haunted, like the Roosevelt Hotel, a bunch of different like Hollywood landmarks. I'm like, should I do like a little ghost tour and film it? I think that would be kind of interesting to go around different cities and film doing ghost tours, but like starting in LA since I live there. Like I guess I should film one in New York because obviously New York is quite old. I don't know, let me know. Let's go to the next TikTok. Okay, so this TikTok user, Creep Time, great content, posted a very creepy picture that exists. And it's like one of those pictures of like, do you ever see those TikToks or, you know, just anything on the internet that's like this picture, no one would have guessed like what happened from it. It's one of those. This one is so terrifying. In 2007, this lady took a picture outside of her apartment building in Czech Republic of this man. Apparently he was screaming and just acting really strange. So she decided to take a picture of him, probably to file a police report later. What's even scarier is that day, inside that apartment building, a family of 4 were murdered. It's believed that the man in the picture is the person responsible for murdering this family. So that same day across town, there was this guy who was explaining to a bunch of teenagers, like bragging about what he had just done. He was saying that he just killed this family, and the teenagers just thought that he was joking, like they didn't think he was being serious, but they weren't sure, so they decided to take this picture of him. The police connected these dots and decided that this was probably the actual killer from the apartment building. They made up a police sketch of him, but were unable to track him down and unable to solve this case, which is really sad and really freaking scary. It's crazy to me that there could be literally 2 pictures of this person who they believe was the killer, and still they just weren't able to find him. That story just gives me chills. It's so terrifying, and like I said, really, really sad for the family because they never found out who did it, and they never found out the person's motives behind it either. In my opinion, likely that this is someone that the family knew, but I don't know for sure. It's usually someone that the victims knew. I forgot I put this TikTok in here because I already spoke a little bit about this, but this TikTok user talks about how Marilyn Monroe haunts the Roosevelt Hotel in Los Angeles, California. So she specifically apparently haunts a mirror in the Roosevelt Hotel. A couple people have reported, you know, just looking into the mirror, maybe checking their makeup or whatever, and seeing the apparition of a woman who looks exactly like Marilyn behind them in the mirror, but then when turning around, she was gone. Apparently, one of the workers at the hotel was adjusting the mirror one day, and they saw the apparition of a young woman who was very beautiful, looked like Marilyn. They turn around to greet them because they just assumed that there's an actual person there. Nobody's there. But when they turn back around to look in the mirror, there they see Marilyn Monroe still looking at herself in the mirror. Terrifying. That is so scary, but like also really cool because it's freaking Marilyn Monroe. But I would be terrified. There's just no way. But I just think that's so interesting. Marilyn also spent a lot of time in the Roosevelt Hotel. She basically lived there. It's definitely possible that this would be one of the places that in the afterlife she wants to return to. I think this story is super interesting, and if you guys really want me to, maybe I'll spend a night at the Roosevelt Hotel and like with some friends. I ain't doing that shit alone. Let me know if you want me to film a video there. I just think like going to different haunted places would be kind of cool, but I'm also kind of scared. Like I don't want anything to follow me, you know what I mean? So if you have any ghost hunting tips on that, let me know. All right, Creep Time posted another TikTok that terrified me. I'm gonna play it.
Let's take a look at this photo. Captured outside of a small area from Chihuahua, Mexico, it is the only definitive proof we have of the Night Lady. Back in like 2009 to 2010, just outside of the city, it was plagued by something very disturbing. It was this woman. She was witnessed and sketched breaking into windows only at night, where she would take children from their beds. There was only one child who ever survived an abduction when this woman was caught in the bedroom trying to take him from his bed, and she fled through the window. Ultimately, this child was able to give a witness account of the woman. What was learned is that it's believed she climbs on rooftops during the day and then waits until nightfall to crawl through a window. You wake up, and at the foot of your bed, you would find her staring at you with a knife in hand. Despite an extensive investigation, she would never be found, nor were the children, but we do have this. A teenage girl captured this through her ground floor window shortly after midnight of what is believed to be the Night Lady. It is the only photo we might have of her.
This one terrifies me specifically because the sketch looks so familiar to me, but in a way that like I can't explain. Like I don't know, like I don't think I've ever seen this person before, but it looks familiar and I really don't like that. Do you think this is real? Have you ever experienced something like this as a child? Please let me know, because that's terrifying. But also, is it a ghost, like a demon, or is it a real person? These are questions that I have, and I actually like don't want the answers to them, so I'm very freaked out by that. This next TikTok is another ghosty one that I thought was very scary. Like literally, what the fuck is that? If you like see like the little corner, something is like running and it looks like a demon. That's like very, very terrifying. But I think what creeps me out the most about this picture is the nature of the photo. Like this is like a family photo. They look like they're on vacation. I have so many pictures of myself as a kid like this, but obviously when I was a kid, iPhones weren't a thing. So there was no live photo, but like that is terrifying, because imagine just like, obviously if they didn't see anything, they didn't think anything was weird until they looked at the picture. It's just scary to think if there's like a bunch of ghosts around you and your family as a kid. I cannot. Last TikTok I want to show you guys literally scared the shit out of me.
Two kids are playing in the living room before falling asleep. After they fall asleep, something pulls one off the sofa.
I actually don't have words for that one. That one scares me so bad because I just don't how could that be fake? Unless someone's like, no, I still don't feel like it could be fake. Well, also if it's like someone, like what if like wizards are real instead and that's just someone who's wearing an invisible cloak? That's a possibility. I'm trying to talk myself out of it. I do not like that though. I really, really hate that. You can't really like drag yourself like that, you know what I mean? Like somebody is dragging that kid and that is terrifying. A lot of people are saying that you can tell it's a doll. In my opinion, it doesn't look like a doll, but even if it was, it still does not explain the way that the kid was being dragged. What also scares me is the way that the lights went out in the beginning was just very menacing, and I didn't like the video overall. It was really terrifying. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on any of these scary TikToks, and if you have any scary TikToks that you want to send me, please tag me in them. TikTok is just the greatest invention in my opinion. I love it, but it also very much freaks me out. So please let me know. Also let me know if any of your own personal paranormal stories. I would like to hear them, and if you want me to go stay in like some of the most haunted hotels or just like check out the sites that are super haunted around different cities, suggest some places and let me know if you guys would like that as like a little series thing. I travel a lot with my friends, so it's definitely a possibility because I feel like every town has some haunting to it, so let me know. That's it for today's video. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this video and any paranormal stories that you have. I would love to hear them. Kind of. That is it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram because I'm always posting really dope ass shit on there. Subscribe for new videos every week, and I will see you guys later. Bye.